I'm Jordan Hatfield. This is Faster Film Critic. Today on the show, we talk The Sting with Kolter and Chase Fugel. The Sting is a 1973 caper film directed by George Roy Hill about two con men played by Paul Newman and Robert Redford. But before we get started, do you ever feel like the world just needs a little bit more help? We're raising money for a cause so noble, so urgent, so incredibly vague, you'll instantly know you're making a difference. So head on over to our Instagram page and hit that shiny red donation button now. Your donation won't solve everything, but it will solve something. So smash that shiny red donation button before it disappears. Don't think of it as giving money away, but more like renting a really good feeling. Thank you for your donation to such an important cause. Now get in, we're going cinephiling. Suckers. Now we just sit back and watch the money roll in. Faster Film Critic. What's up, guys? How we doing?
You almost had me there for a minute.
Good.
I was like, what is this cause?
Me too.
What is this? What's happening?
It's a great cause. Make sure you donate.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of causes, I need to apologize because we were going to do him this week.
Yes.
Then we saw the news of the unfortunate passing of Mr. Robert Redford,
Yeah.
who is a legend.
Yes.
And we collectively decided that we were going to call an audible and do the Sting
Yeah.
in his honor.
Plus, I heard him sucked.
Yeah. I kind of heard that too. And we don't want to talk about a bad movie, so I'm happy about the switch and excited to talk about the Sting.
Yeah, me too, man.
Me too.
So guys, I got a story to tell you before we dive into the Sting.
Okay.
So about a week ago, I ran into a fan of the show. I'd never met him before.
Ooh.
His name is Jason Runyon. So shout out to Jason Runyon. He is an avid listener. He's listened to every episode we've put out.
Oh, cool, man.
He was very complimentary, had a lot of good things to say, so thank you for that, Jason. But he had some criticism for me.
Oh.
Yeah. He says that I like to throw onions. That I'm a nitpicker. Me, a nitpicker.
Okay.
You know, I expected him to say I've got great taste in movies.
Sure.
I expected him to say I'm handsome.
Of course.
You know, maybe even brilliant.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that goes without saying.
I did not expect him to call me a nitpicker.
No.
I was shocked.
And an onion thrower.
Yeah, an onion thrower. Well, I took his comments to heart, and I've thought a lot about it,
Okay.
and I've decided to make a change.
Okay.
I propose we institute a new segment.
Ah.
And we'll start off every episode with this segment.
Okay.
And all we'll do during this segment is throw onions.
Just gonna throw onions and shit on movies.
Yeah, and we're going to call the segment Onions for Runyon.
Hey, I like that.
Huh?
I like that quite a bit.
I love it.
All right, Runyon, you want some onions?
Here we go. Here we go, guys. Our first installment of Onions for Runyon, the Sting edition. So let me tell you what I hated about the Sting.
Oh, hated.
Paul Newman is a fantastic actor.
Sure.
But he is not a master card dealer.
No?
And yet in this film, there are several scenes where it shows him with incredible talent shuffling a deck of cards and manipulating a deck of cards.
Sure.
Completely unbelievable. And they'll move the camera from his face to a clear hand double.
Yeah.
And this hand double is doing things with cards that Paul Newman could never do.
Yeah.
And it is so distracting. It takes me right out of the movie.
Right.
Yeah, and then when it shows Paul Newman on the screen, he's got those blue eyes that take up just everything. You forget what's going on in the scene.
That's true.
You forget that they're in a card game, that they're doing a Sting. It's just like, I can't take it, dude.
Pulls you out of the movie. I would agree
Yeah.
with that too. Yeah, that's also a negative for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I found them, honestly, to be distractingly and obnoxiously blue to the point where I just kept getting lost in them. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm watching a movie. I was really annoyed the whole time. Anytime he was on screen.
Let me tell you something else I didn't like about this movie. That I really didn't like about this movie is Robert Redford's square jaw.
Oh, yeah.
So here's the problem.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. Robert Redford was fantastic in the film.
Sure.
But a good-looking, wavy-haired, square-jaw, handsome actor like Robert Redford, these characteristics are for the hero of the film.
Yeah.
I found this incredibly distracting. The villain of the story is one that usually has piercing eyes, right?
Yeah.
Or big eyebrows. He's got scars, disfigurements.
Sure.
His skin is usually pale, right?
Yeah.
He's got a pointed nose and thin lips and gaunt cheeks. This was not Robert Redford. He was miscast.
Yeah.
Like, his acting is great. He's great in this film.
Sure.
But you can't have the handsome, squared chin, beautiful sex symbol as a con man. It just doesn't work for me. So I just got to throw an onion at that.
Yeah, they really could have and should have put just about anybody else in this role.
And, you know, he's also wearing that stupid red pinstripe suit. And I won't get into that, but come on. I mean,
gosh.
it just screams
And the
con man.
ties.
Yeah. Those super
Those were the
thick,
craziest ties I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
You know, while we're on the topic of cast full of handsome leading men, I guess it's more of a nitpick with the casting director. You got all these handsome men in the role. I took issue with all of the women in this film are exceptionally ugly. And I really had a hard time just getting through some of that. I couldn't believe they couldn't find one. You know, we're talking about con men. You'd want a good-looking gal to use that charm, use that persuasiveness, but man, just distractingly hideous. And I thought it really hurt the film.
Well, Kolter, ugly people deserve onions to be thrown at them. I agree. These women were terrible. This is Hollywood. Right? Some of the most beautiful women in the world. And you're casting these. Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah,
me too.
They looked like they were plucked out of a 1920s nursing home photo shoot, and really had a hard time. Just stomach turning.
100%.
Yeah.
Another thing I really hated about this film was the music.
Yeah.
You know, I love the music itself, but it was anachronistic.
Yeah.
The movie takes place in the 1930s, Chicago.
Sure.
Ragtime was big in the early 1900s. Now, I'm a musician. Music is important to me, so I'm paying attention to these things.
Yeah.
And by the time the 1930s rolls around, no one was listening to ragtime. They were listening to jazz. They were listening to blues, especially in Chicago. And so, although the music was great,
Yeah, exactly.
you know, if you can't get the period right, you have no business working in Hollywood. Like this was bad. And I, again, found it distracting. So, it's a negative.
Yeah.
You know?
And pervasive. The whole movie. Just exhausting.
Agreed. Any other nitpicks? Anything else you guys want to throw an onion at?
No?
Yeah, that's a few nice, ripe, plump onions. Toss the movies away. That should suffice.
Okay, well, thank you so much to listening to Onions for Runyon. We appreciate it. Obviously, we're kidding. Thank you, Jason, for being such a good sport. Thank you for your kind words the other day, and thank you for supporting Faster Film Critic. We greatly
for sure.
appreciate it, and we will be sure and have more Onions for Runyon in future episodes. Okay, jokes aside, let's talk about The Sting for real this time. What a great movie, huh?
It's amazing. Through and through.
Guys, not all at once.
The ugly ladies.
That was clearly it's perfectly cast the whole way through. It was fun. Like towards the beginning of the film, I'm thinking, man, this is really kind of a unique cast. You know, the whole film kind of revolves around Robert Redford's character Hooker, and just it was I don't know. It's an expertly paced movie that it's all about deception. You know, within the story, and including me as an audience member was deceived through a lot of it. It was just a ton of fun.
I agree. I absolutely love this film. I thought this film was amazing start to finish. By the way, this film won 7 Oscars, had 10 nominations. It won 7
That's crazy.
Oscars.
Yeah, good.
Including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, Best Film Editing, Best Music, Best Costume Design, and Best Art Direction.
Shit, yeah. It deserves all of those.
Yeah, it does. Robert Redford was nominated for Best Actor, and by the way, it was his only nomination for Best Actor in his entire career.
No kidding.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
He didn't win. Jack Lemmon won that year for his part in Save the Tiger, but Robert Redford was later given an honorary Oscar for all that he's done for the industry.
Okay.
I'm sure everybody knows that's listening, but Redford founded Sundance,
Yeah.
which is a film festival for independent films.
Right.
So he was a big supporter of independent films. By the way,
Yeah.
do you know where Sundance got its name? Do you know why he named it Sundance?
I do not, sir. I do not.
After his character, Sundance Kid. Butch Cassidy and the
shit.
Sundance
I
Kid.
guess that's kind of obvious. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's kind of cool, huh? It is obvious, but I didn't know it for a long, long time.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I never put those together. So I think that's really cool. Again, props to Robert Redford for all that he did.
Yeah.
True legend, an amazing actor, and a great director. He was big on film. He was big on the planet. Love Robert Redford. I was sorry to hear of his passing at the age of 89. But I do want to talk about the writer of this film for a minute.
Okay.
David S. Ward.
Yes.
So he wrote the screenplay for this. And by the way, it is based off real live con men. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, the story's based off real live con men, Fred and Charlie Gondorf, which is why Paul Newman's character, Henry Gondorf, is Henry Gondorf. It's based off real people.
Huh. Okay.
So the screenwriter, David S. Ward, came across a book written by David Maurer in 1940. The book was called The Big Con, The Story of the Confidence Man. And David S. Ward was young. He was in his 20s. He writes the screenplay. Nobody knows who he is. It gets put in the bottom of some pile somewhere. Nobody reads it. It almost didn't get made. Finally, it gets picked up, and it becomes a Best Picture winner. I mean, this is his first screenplay that's ever picked up, and he wins Best Screenplay for it.
Huh. That's crazy.
Yeah, in fact, the Writers Guild of America says The Sting has one of the all-time greatest screenplays ever written.
Yeah.
It is so good.
It is. Yeah, it's extremely well-written story because of its intricacy, but it builds suspense and complexity so well. And it's something you'd think a more seasoned writer would have to be in charge of to hit that mark, but it's cool, man.
Some parts of it feel like the sting is on the viewer, like it's so, I want to say, overly engineered in the right ways.
Yeah,
It knows how to manipulate emotions and make you like,
yes.
Wait, what's going on here? Like when that lady is shot.
Yeah.
For the 5 seconds after that, when the guy starts running down the long alleyway, that's just such a weird, what is going on here? But it's so much fun, and I feel like you have to have a really good understanding of screenwriting to do something like that.
And the subversion of expectation. I mean, that's a really hard thing to do in general, and it's done, especially for the time that this film was made. Really, it was a really wonderful surprise.
I love the way the script is so intricate and detailed and the way it moves around and circles back on itself.
Yeah.
We can't talk about the screenplay without mentioning the chapters. There are 6 chapters. Mm-hmm. They're called the setup, the hook, the tail, the wire, the shout out, and the sting.
Right.
Now, these chapters are actually the classic structure of a con, which I think is really cool because A, we're watching these 2 con men perform a con.
Right.
But B, as you've both alluded to, the film is playing a con on us.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
So we're not just watching the setup happen for the characters on screen. We're not just watching Doyle Lonnegan get hooked. We as the audience are getting hooked.
Absolutely.
And as it continues through the tail and the wire and the we are the victims of the con throughout the whole screenplay because
exactly.
We're falling for the tricks that the movie is giving us. It's pointing us one direction and it's doing something else.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. I think it's really cool. It's been duplicated a lot in Hollywood since that point. But man, The Sting, when we're talking about con movies, this is the one that jumps out to me.
Yeah, I don't.
It's so good. So much fun, too.
I don't think it's been done better or with anywhere near the level of sophistication that this kind of movie does it. There's also a cool factor to it. I mean, the lead characters have some swagger. They're charming. They're competent, and it's fun to see. It's one of those movies in which every single character that's cast, even if it's just a bit part, they all fit the roles so well, and it just every scene, every moment in that movie kind of propels the story along forward in a really kind of captivating way.
The style in this movie is so cool. The era of this movie is so cool. 1930 Chicago, it's the Great Depression, but the music was cool. The style was cool. The ties were thick.
Yeah.
It was just awesome.
Yeah. And the pictures that came up with each chapter, each new chapter section, those are sick too.
Speaking of the style, we've got to talk about Edith Head. She was in charge of the costumes.
Okay.
She was legendary in the industry when it comes to costume design. This film was her 8th Oscar.
No kidding.
Can you believe that?
Well,
that's
well
insane.
deserved, man. Yeah.
She was just incredible at being able to create a true style and match costumes to characters' personalities.
Sure.
She was just brilliant in this when it comes to costume design.
Yeah.
The movie was shot in California, and yet there isn't a single second where you wouldn't think you were living in 1930s Chicago.
No, not at all. In fact, I was trying to figure that out in parts of the movie. Not in a, I'm distracted from what's going on way, but it's part of the movie. And you're like, oh man, is this a set? Are they on location? And what a cool era as a costume designer to design for, because they just represented themselves differently back then. Everybody wore suits, and even people who didn't have a whole lot of money, you had something that resembled a suit. So it's such a cool.
Yes, such a cool era.
And they've all got those hats on, the top hats. And
So this may be a really dumb question, but who's your favorite character in the film?
Oh man, that's kind of a tough one, isn't it? I don't even know that I thought of that. They all work so well together.
Yeah.
You pluck one of them out, and
I got to go with the basic answer, Paul Newman.
Paul Newman was your favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. This whole ensemble is absolutely amazing. You could pick out anybody, and it would be the right answer.
I think he gets to exhibit the most range.
You know the scene?
He definitely has the most mystery behind him and mystique behind him.
Yeah. You know the scene where he's playing poker and he meets Doyle Lonnegan for the first time?
Yeah.
Did you know that he was really drunk for that scene?
No.
You do not walk onto set with any alcohol in your system. Like, that's a no-no.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
And yet,
that was the
he
early
got
70s.
drunk for this scene, and it makes it so authentic. The way he's slurring his words and some of his movement.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's all him drunk. It's all real.
Well,
really
I love
cool.
the setup for that. Because it's set up. They talk about, he's going to water down the gin and blah, blah, blah. But I love it when he's about to walk into the room where they're playing poker, and there's a little pause. And it's like he's collecting himself. And you think there's going to be a more graceful entrance, and he just bashes the door in, and he's like, "Yeah, bitches, I'm here to play some poker." And I'm like, "Oh, this is."
He's so provocative, and it's so unexpected. You're right; it's so unexpected. Yeah. I love it. No, I think that's it. Yeah. I mean, you're right, Chase. That is the right choice. The other right choice is Robert Redford. I thought he was great in this role.
Sure, him and his square jaw.
Right. So George Roy Hill directed this and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Obviously, Paul Newman and Robert Redford are in both films as well. These are obviously the most iconic Redford characters, and I can't decide which character I prefer of the two. I mean, he's fantastic as the Sundance Kid, but this movie is better, in my opinion, than Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. In both movies, I found myself attracted more to the square jaw of Robert Redford than anyone else.
Ah, yes.
Meaning in The Sting,
of course,
he's my favorite.
Okay, all right.
There is one character I have to mention, though. Charles Durning as the crooked Lieutenant Snyder.
Oh, yeah.
Now, why are you shouting out Charles Durning, you may ask?
I ask.
It's because Charles Durning is the villain in Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, one of my favorite Halloween movies. If you have not listened to that episode, you got to go listen to that one right now.
Yeah. That's right.
Love me some Charles Durning. Every time he comes on, I'm like, woohoo, Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, yeah!
This was before he became a mailman.
Yeah, this was before he became a mailman. Robert Shaw. How do we not talk about Robert Shaw? Doyle Lonnegan.
Yeah.
The Irish villain.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of his character? Did he work for you?
Absolutely. No, he's I think most people are probably familiar with him in Jaws, who plays a rough but semi-lovable protagonist in that movie, or at least one of them.
He also played a Bond villain in From Russia with Love.
Yeah, a Bond villain, yeah, exactly. He's a very talented actor. He can go play either kind of role, but he's great. I mean, he's steely-eyed. If I were to actually have one real nitpick about this movie, it's that his character might have been a little bit more gullible than I would have thought. But he's got some menace to him. He definitely has a kind of a command presence. He's a big dude, or at least he seems like a big dude with serious and grave intention. But every good bad guy is complemented by good henchmen, and usually one of those should have a visibly busted up nose, which one of them does. But yeah, he's a perfect compliment to the cast.
Yeah, he is a perfect compliment to the cast, for sure.
They're all so over the top, and they all work so well for some reason. I don't know why it is, but you love them all, and you're convinced by them all, even though they're winking at each other during a sting and hoping the other guy doesn't notice. It's like, come on. But I love it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you noticed that Doyle Lonnegan has a limp in this film.
I did.
2 days before shooting, he hurt his knee playing racquetball. That limp was real. He had no choice.
Okay. Wow.
Okay. I thought maybe it had something to do with his character.
I thought so,
just
too.
One of those little kind of unexplained things.
It had to do with racquetball. He hurt his knee playing racquetball, and here he comes on set 2 days later with a limp, and the director was like, I love it. Fits your character. We're going with it.
Yeah, good. Very well.
Tell me this, guys. Is this the best con man movie ever?
Oh. What are some other good con man movies?
I mean, we got Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels
Ocean's
jumps
11,
out at me. Obviously, The Grifters.
Sure,
obviously, The Hustler. Ocean's 11.
Sure.
Matchstick Men.
Yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah, you love that one. That one's a contender for you, for sure.
I think this is.
I'm not going to lie. I really, really like Catch Me If You Can as a con man movie. That's a great movie.
It is good.
Yeah, I would have a hard time picking between Catch Me If You Can and The Sting. I wouldn't say that Catch Me If You Can is a better movie, but I enjoy the pacing of it better.
Sure.
It feels like there's more at stake in that film, where The Sting is just a little bit more lighthearted.
The Sting is a lot more tricky, too.
Lighthearted.
You can, like, jump in halfway through
Yeah.
and just watch from there. Like, I feel like you could do that with Catch Me If You Can.
No.
Even if it's not as good, it's just easier to follow the story.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd say that The Sting is, out of all those movies, I think it's the most timeless.
Yeah.
I'd probably
so
agree
good.
with that. The Sting is, I mean, it's such a classic con man film.
Yeah.
I also love Ocean's 11, but I really think of it more of a heist movie than a con man movie. Debatable.
It was. Yeah.
Good film.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and rate The Sting on a scale of 1 to 5. What do you guys give it?
I love it. It's just so much fun. I don't know how anybody could watch this movie and just not have so much fun, even with his big blue eyes and the ugly ties. So good. I'm giving it a 4.5.
Big blue eyes and ugly ties. Yeah. Yeah, it's an easy 5, man. This is, you can see, I think it's completely deserving of all the awards that it received. It's just an expertly paced, perfectly cast, expertly written and directed movie that hits every mark that it goes for. It's extensions of themes beyond the screen and touch, you as an audience member, and you yourself are kind of wrapped up in this con and deceived, which gives it, a participatory effect that it just kind of sucks you in. It's really kind of an edge of your seat movie without making you feel anxious or stressed out. It kind of keeps you guessing in the most wonderful ways. Beautifully shot. Again, just expertly paced. It's an easy 5 for me.
I mean, what else can I say about The Sting that hasn't already been said? The film is absolutely fantastic. It was worthy of Best Picture then, and it is absolutely worthy of a Friday night rewatch now. The film is spectacular all the way through. I'm going to give it a 4-star. I think it's a wonderful film. And Robert Redford, we love you, man. You will be missed. Rest in peace. So in honor of the man, the actor, and the legend, Robert Redford, I'm going to recommend another one of his films, The Natural, 1984, directed by Barry Levinson. If you have not seen this film, you got to check it out. It's about baseball, but it doesn't matter if you like sports. This is one everyone can enjoy. The Natural, I highly recommend it. Thank you for listening to Faster Film Critic, and oh my gosh, it's almost here. One battle after another. We cannot wait. We're talking about it next week. You can also follow us on Letterboxd, Cinetrack, and Instagram. Email us at fasterfilmcritic@gmail.com. Hit us up with questions, comments, feedback, or review requests, and please share this episode with your movie-loving friends.